Hello, Nancy. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Saturday I was invited to at the last minute to a Mexican wedding, and you know that the Mexican drink a lot, and I don't. And I was introduced to some kind of a mezcal, and that killed me completely. Sunday I missed my swimming session. I had a class at 7, but I was not really in good shape. And today I'm super tired. Luckily, I didn't have a lot of classes. I started at 5 a.m. No, 5:30, and so I gave a lot of some classes in the morning, and I could rest a bit before picking up my daughter. So that's I don't advise Mexican weddings or birthdays or whatnot. It's uh, you know it's not good. I mean, you can eat, you can have fun, but it's too much for me. Anyway, what you see is an interesting website, the South China Morning Post. I don't know if it's politically engaged or what, but I saw a documentary in French. I think it was this morning or yesterday, talking about the social security system in China, and some people are blacklisted, like black, the color, listed. It's just one word, listed, Listed. So what's going on is these people had some problem with the social security or with the law or whatever. They were complaining about stuff, and they got blacklisted, meaning, well, they cannot fly, they cannot buy a plane ticket, they cannot buy a train ticket, they don't have access to credit cards, they don't have access to anything. Okay, so I'll move a bit. I'm gonna sit in a different place because my dog is snoring and I cannot deal with that. So anyway, China's social credit system shows its teeth, banning millions from taking flights, trains. Okay, so they have a system aims to pressure citizens to avoid bad behavior, although human rights advocates argue it does not take into account individual circumstances. Okay, so lots of people, but they have this kind of system. It's like this kind of a Google glasses that allows the police and other people to check. There is this kind of a number, and this number allow government to see if it's a good citizen or a bad citizen. So millions of Chinese individuals and businesses as well have been labeled as untrustworthy on an official blacklist, banning them from any number of activities, including accessing financial markets or traveling by air or train, as the use of the government's social credit system accelerates. The annual blacklist is part of a broader effort to boost trustworthiness in Chinese society, and is an extension of China's social credit system, which is expected to give each of its 1.4 billion citizens a personal score. So the social credit system assigns both positive and negative scores for individual or corporate behavior in an attempt to pressure citizens into behaving well, in a sense. So also some businesses, So, okay. Just checking quickly. Okay, so if you have charges of swindling customers, failing to repay loans, illegal fund collection, false and misleading advertising, as well as uncivilized behavior such as taking reserved seats on trains or causing trouble in hospitals. There was this example of a woman and her daughter, and they were supposed to receive money, I think, when the father died, and they were complaining about some fees and that they couldn't get the money on time, la la la, and they got blacklisted. the mother and the daughter. So they cannot buy plane tickets. They cannot have access to any, you know, credit history. I don't know if she's banned from taking classes, courses, or even studying. I have no idea. So it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit weird. Okay. So it's to be banned from buying any luxurious stuff. This is what they said, but I think it's more than that. China to bar people with bad social credit from trains and planes. Okay. Besides restriction on buying tickets, local authorities also use novel methods to put pressure on untrustworthy subjects, including preventing people from buying premium insurance, wealth management products, or real estate, so they cannot buy anything, a house, an apartment, as well as shaming them by exploiting their information in public. So there was this woman, a guy who went to a store and he wanted to buy some stuff. I don't remember what exactly. And the owner of the store was checking his cell phone, and he saw that this customer was blacklisted, so he asked him to get out. No. So anyway, I'll be curious to know your opinion about that. This is mainland China, I believe. And yeah. Okay, from drones, the flying machine, to social credits, 10 ways China watches its citizens. So this is part of this website called SEMP.com, Economy China, Economy, la la la. And there are also people with debts or stuff like that. Okay, many people cannot pay their debt because they are too poor, but will be subject to this kind of surveillance and this kind of public shaming, a lawyer said, violates the rights of human beings. So it's starting to show like who's rich, poor, who can afford to have a good social credit and so forth. So this is not good to me. I mean, I'm curious to know your opinion on this level. So concerning All Clear, the book, there we go. So, still feeling sleepy, huh? Even today I'm not feeling myself. I usually have a lot of energy, but Sunday and Monday I'm still the same. Huh? So, coming back, so that's what we did. Okay, the beginning, the end, blah, blah. Make friends with. You need to make friends. Or it's hard to make friends with people here. Okay. Get better. To improve. Okay, to be better, to feel better. So I had a cold, but I got better quickly. It's very hard for me to speak English. Don't worry, your English will get better every day. I wasn't happy here when I first arrived, but my life got better and I'm happy now. That's good to hear. So your turn, complete these sentences, share your writing with a partner, give your partner some details to explain what you're saying. So my life can get better if I go back to school, let's say that. My life got better or worse when I left home and I went to university because I had more independence, I could work and I could keep my money. At that time, when I started law school, I was still visiting my grandmother, in northern France, and I was in the big city studying in this big university. And I was visiting my grandmother time to time, but I would say, my life got better when I started to be independent financially and so forth. Yeah, not easy always, because you want people to clean for you, to cook for you, but I had to do everything myself. To have trouble plus an ing form. To have problems. I have trouble talking in class. I have trouble speaking English. She has problems sleeping. She has trouble sleeping, the same. She has a hard time. understanding people when they speak fast, okay, etc. So you can also say to have trouble with something and have trouble when. I started having trouble when I arrived to, let's say, to France or to Paris. I often have trouble with my homework because it's too difficult, and she has trouble when she speaks English. Okay. Complete the sentences about yourself, then share your sentences with a partner. Write sentences about your partner. So I can say I have trouble focusing in the kitchen when people are talking or they are around. My mother-in-law, she's pretty annoying. So if she's in the kitchen and I have to cook, I have to kick her out of the kitchen because she cannot stop talking. And it's the same when we watch a movie. So I have trouble focusing on the story because she keeps talking and she asks questions. She's not even paying attention. So after she's just bothering the whole room. I have trouble, I have problem, I have a hard time with someone or the situation. New expression collection, what's wrong, what's the matter, okay, what's the matter, take a class, to have to be afraid of, don't worry about, at the beginning, at the end, to get to know someone or a place as well, to make friends, get better, have trouble, have problems, and to have a hard time. So we're going to have to work on that. Okay. So coming back to this, no, to Skype, no, to Google Hangouts, sorry about that. So, yeah, you're here. 2 minutes, something is 2 minutes away walking. Okay. To get to know people, you want to know who they are, what they do in life. I'm going to this party to meet new people. To connect with people. To make new friends, to network. You have, okay, so mindset is the way you think, So you can connect with people who are alike, you have the same kind of interest, you know a topic by heart, you know what to talk about that, how to talk about it, sorry. To be on the lookout is to be careful. Okay, page 9, meeting, check. That's page 11. Okay. Oh yeah, we did that as well, I skipped it. Walk around the classroom. Anyway, so we have questions we need to answer. Does it take a long time for you to make friends, or do you make friends easily? Well, it depends where I am. I don't have any problems in general. I can have problems or troubles with people who are a bit limited. They have a lot of stereotypes, like they know everything, but actually they don't know anything. In what kinds of places can you make friends? Coffee shop, restaurant is different, but they're like gatherings, communities, whatever, coaching, you can meet new people. How can you make friends? What can you say? Hi, my name is Emma, I live here, or I go to this place, or I'm just a client here. When you were younger, did you make friends with people that your parents liked or didn't like? Well, I didn't have too many friends when I was a kid. I had my schoolmates, my family, my cousins. But at school, I was not bringing people over to my house. So it was a different relationship. When you were younger, did you make friends with people that your parents liked or didn't like? Give an example. Well, I think this kind of stuff happened to my aunt before getting married to this guy, and this guy was the slowest guy in the world, and he was doing everything like 10 times the time you normally accepted. So 2 hours for the shower, half hour in the bathroom. I'm not kidding, he was like that. So anyway, that is